You know what? I just started this video and then I was into it about 3 minutes and then I had touched to my mouse and turned the whole shooting match off. And so all that important stuff that I had in there at the beginning, it's not there anymore. It's gone like a gone goose. So now I moved my mouse so I won't accidentally touch my mouse. But what I had showed you was this little hairpiece. I bought this little hairpiece from the Timu people. And all it is you're supposed to put your hair up in a wad up here and a little top knot, and then you're supposed to put this, like this goes over your top knot somehow and makes it look like you didn't lost your mind. And so I thought, well, see, because it's got a little thing here, and then you pull this to tighten it over your top knot, but and then this is supposed to look like you got your hair up all in a beautiful little something. But I'm thinking that the shape of this and the size of it, I could make a little doll and actually put this on for her hair, for her complete head. I think that would be nice. And if that works really good, because I think this was like really cheap, like $1.50 or something. It was cheap when I bought it. It was cheap. And so, but boy, that would be neat to have a whole bunch of little dollies with this kind of little hair on it. But anyway, that was the one thing I was wanting to tell you about. And actually, I didn't have any plans to tell you anything. I don't, because I never plan anything. And so, but today, I mean, y'all know, a lot of you know, if you're not brand new, that there's 8 people that lives in this house. 8. Me and Papa. Sonny boy Billy and his wife and his 2 children. And then there's Jennifer and her son Jeffrey. And I love having them all here most of the time. But there is a percentage of the time that I think I want to go move to a cabin in the woods and nobody can find me. I don't know if anybody of you can relate to that, but we can relate. So, and also, I noticed on our ceiling as we was laying in bed last night, I said to Papa, Papa, I think we got a leak in the roof. Because there's like a wet spot or a stain on the roof. Because I thought, how did somebody spill coffee on the ceiling? And so it's like, we need a new roof. Which, this house is 30 years old and it had a 20-year roof on it. So it's already lived its time and a half. So we are going to have to figure out, we will as a family. I think you can like refinance or get some kind of a loan on your equity or something. And then put a new roof on, and then if everybody helps in making the payments, well then no big deal, we'll have a new roof. But anyhow, so we'll do that. But anyhow, because the house is paid for and everything, so it should be worth something. But anyhow, yeah, so that's our roof. So that's the roof story. And so I have been just doing a few little things. Oh, I wanted to say first, oh gosh, let me tell you. For one thing, thank you everybody that has sent me Christmas cards. I've gotten some beautiful, beautiful Christmas cards. And I thank you all for that. But now this right here, this is something I got from Shirley Benson, and she lives up there in Michigan. That poor girl's probably freezing to death up there. I hear that the northerners are really getting a little bit of a handout of snow and stuff. There's this one channel I watch that is comes out of Duluth, Minnesota, which I watch ships that go through the harbor up there. And so, and I love watching it because Duluth, Minnesota is so close to where I grew up, because I grew up in Esco, was born in Cloquet, but it's all right up there at like that little where Lake Superior comes to like a little point, and it gets colder than a well digger's butt in the Klondike up there. And so, but we watched a ship go through. I watched a ship go through yesterday, and the wind chill It was 37 degrees below zero. Below. And it's natural. It's real temperature, I think, was 9 below zero. That's cold. And then when you add in the wind chill factor, 37. I think somewhere around there it was below zero. Bless his heart, that little man goes out there. And then when the ship actually goes through, you can just see the ice just on the ship. And that was like a 1,004 feet long, I think, was that ship. It was beautiful. I love watching them ships. I think they're great. But anyway, Shirley, thank you so much. Shirley sent me a really nice little note, and I thank you for that. Those words on there those words are beautiful, Shirley. But in the gift is this, which is a kit to make these 4 felt birdhouses. And in the book has got all the directions that one would need to make each one of those birdhouses. So here's the pattern and everything. The patterns are in here. Look at that one. How cute is that one? And so these are going to be so much fun. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace on tracing paper. I'm going to trace these patterns so that I don't want to cut them, because I want to use them more than once. Look at that one. How pretty is that? Thank you, Shirley. I love it. And oh gosh, my thumb. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to trace the pattern pieces on like a thin paper. And I have some like onion skin that I can trace. But then I can make these birdhouses, and they're so pretty. And it gives you all the directions. And so I got that yesterday, actually. And then in here then is all the felt that you need. All the colors are in here. And it's woolen felt too, so it's nice felt. I love using the wool felt, but because wool felt is quite pricey, I've been using a some that is a wool mixture of wool and usually like rayon or other different fabrics. And so, but this has got all of the floss and all of the wool, and the colors are just, I don't want to lose any of it, but the colors are just beautiful. Look at all them colors. They're beautiful. And there's way more than we need too in the color. Wait, I gotta turn this camera down like this. There's more than I'll need for each of these. And so there'll be leftover pieces too, because I use like all the leftover pieces. So there's large pieces and then the smaller pieces to do the smaller things. And then all of the threads. I got to put that right back into this here bag so I don't lose these pieces. Mix them up with something else. But because I don't ever finish one thing before starting on another, that's just the way I work. It's actually play, but I say work, just in case anybody's listening. So I'm happy with that. Thank you so much, Shirley, for that. I love it. Okay, I've also been working on this piece that you can see right here. Now, a lot of this is just laying on here. I don't think I have any of these spots stitched on. So what I have so far is what I started with, I was looking in this here book, and right at the beginning of this book was this image. And I thought, I want to try and recreate that image right there which mine is not anything, well, it's a little bit similar to this one, but not much. And then after I cut all these pieces out and stitched those on, then I found in the back of the book that there's actually a pattern for it. Well, because I hadn't taken the pattern apart. But as you can, I need to take a picture, but I have lost my phone. It's been lost now for 2 days. I have not been able to find it. But all of these I have partly stitched together, but not completely. But I've just kind of laid pieces out. But all of this is stitched on. And I think it's pretty just like this. And then, of course, there'll be blanket stitch all the way around the edge. And I think I want to do embroidery around with some leaves, like around here, and maybe some little flowers. Kind of to fill in these spots here. And so, but I've been just playing with this kind of, and I've stitched some of these little pieces together. And so, and kind of just figuring where maybe I'll put them. And so, and you never know, I might change my mind and put them somewhere else. Somewhere else, I don't know. I have this little charm, which is it's a bird sitting on a branch. And I just think it's so pretty. And I was thinking about putting that there too. Now, I may not leave everything just like this as I stitch it down. But I may. You just never know. And so, that's one thing I've been working on. I seen a place online that you can order a pattern to make these ornaments that are different shapes, like this. And I just looked at the picture, looked at the image, and I said, well, I could sort of make something like that. And so I've been working on making a few little centers. And so just, if you just cut the shape of the ornament out of 2 pieces of felt, and then it's got this little topper on it too, which you could make however you want it. But then these pieces like this, and then put some stitches around, you know, to decorate up a little bit. Here I put a whole lot of sequins on, which I think I put more sequins than one would need. But yeah, so you can make some really pretty ornaments here. Like if you were to do this way and then put a button here and a button here, that's all you would need to make an ornament. So I've been working on a few ornaments, and so that's something that I've been doing. And let's see. And for my, let me put this in here because I make me a little pattern there. And then I've been working on, let's see, hang on. I've been moving things around in here. Oh, lost a fingernail. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta just reach over here real quick if I can. Getting up and down off of this chair, I swear I need a forklift. Up. Okay. Yeah. All right, now, just getting me this one tote here that holds on to my works in progress. All right. Okay, well this, I didn't get any further on this. I got plans on this one. Okay, let's see. I've been working on this little embroidery piece, and I started filling in the turkey, but I haven't. I gotta get this done because this goes in my autumn book. So I need to get that done. That's another piece in progress. I think you all have seen as far as I got on this and my Christmas tree. Okay. But this here is what I am really getting excited about. Now, this is what I'm getting excited about. Is I got this from Woolen Memories. I got this piece of, it's linen. They call it a linen. It almost looks like burlap, but it's not made out of, like burlap is made out of that ropey stuff. This is not ropey stuff. And so I've been doing the rug hooking on this. And so, and this is called a salt box and pear tree. Salt box and pear tree is what they call this. So, this is the pear tree. And I have the tree is complete. And then I guess this is a salt box type of house. And so when I'm looking at the screen and I can see there's a couple empty looking spots. But now as I watch other people, when this is finished, when this whole thing is finished, I'll take like a damp dish towel and I will lay it over the top of this, and I'll take my iron and I will press and press with the iron, with a hot iron. And, well, maybe not real hot. And what that does then is like when you're looking at this roof and you can see a spot right there, it kind of mashes these loops down, and it'll mash the loops down, and then you won't see those little spots like that. So then there's flowers. See, this one leaf here goes to this flower. So there's 3 flowers, and I'm not sure yet what color I'm going to do those flowers. But I did the windows all in this kind of yellow because then it looks like the lights are on. One thing that I have learned by watching other people is to do all the pieces, all the small pieces, before you do the outside trim. So here I still have the door to do, and I still the little chimneys to do, and these 3 flowers, or maybe they're trees, we don't know. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah, those flowers. And then I think I'll do the edge here. All the edge. I think I'll do all of that then. And then the very last thing is going to be the very last thing is going to be the actual background. So, and I'll do the house before I actually do the background. If I have that picture handy. I never have anything handy. That's just the way I work. Nothing. Oh, here it is. Now, this is the image that came with the kit right here. And so, and I see here, she did like a little shading around the pears. I didn't do any shade. I still could though. I still could do some shading around the pears. Hey, little bit, you okay? Okay. And, oh, and I see too, she, in the leaves, she put a little bit of a color in the center, changed the color. I really haven't been looking too much at the, oh, and then this, okay. This here, she's got all done in the red. Oh, I need to go. I love the red roof, though. So that's why I put the red roof. And I just see right down here, then she wants that to be red. And the chimney, she's got kind of in redishes around the chimney, too, which I will probably pick a little bit, I think I'll go with more of a maroon or a deep blackish red on the chimneys. But I'll just use the red here and here. And then I noticed too in a lot of rug hooking that people will use, like you can see on the roof of this picture how it's red, but it's all variegated reds. And so this is just the one red that I have because that's the red that I have. But I can, like for my leaves, I just cut my strips. Let's see what I could do. Oh, see this here? How it's already blended, how this is hand dyed. And so that is going to make, and then I have that little piece. And yeah, so I'm just digging in my colors. And then you can buy the strips already cut. And when you buy a kit, this here, I didn't buy the kit. All I bought was the background. This came with just the background, and then she threw in this piece of this, which actually it was a plaid fabric, and I cut the strips. It was this here, but she had put a pretty good piece of this in with the order, and it's kind of a plaid, and that's what I used here in this tree and in these stems. And so but this will make only little short little pieces, but it's okay. Short pieces are okay. And let me just try. Let me just try something here with this and with this. And just cut me a, need my long scissors. Oh, a lot of people when they cut their strips, you can buy these little machines that'll cut their strips. But that's crazy because their machines are like $300. And, you know, we're not going that route. Gotta get a new roof. And so I just, or you can use a rotary cutter and a ruler. Now that's really what I should do. The rotary cutter and the ruler. Okay, so now what I want to do is move my thing again here. And oh, I get my frame. I have found that I love my frame. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get this. Let me get this.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, gorgeous.
I'm going to run out to the road and back.
Okay, sweetie, you run out to the road and back. I'll be right here talking to myself.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you be right back. You be careful out there.
Love you, darling.
I love you too, darling. Okay, so my frame, I've pretty much got my hook here, and then I take my piece. Where did I put it? And see how it's got these wicked looking pokey things around? That's what holds the piece still. So it took me a while to get used to using this frame, and now that I got used to it, I love it. Okay, and so, but you can pull these, pull it to where the you pull it to where the where it fits tightly then here. Okay, and so, and it feels, I got a cover that'll cover this whole thing, but it really does a little bit too much covering. And so what I see other people do, some people have made just a little wrist cuff that you can wear here, so when you're laying your arm down, then it won't poke. It won't poke you, because it will poke you. And so I'm going to make me some of them wrist cuffs. Or they'll just lay a piece of, an extra piece of felt across where your arm is going to be, and that works too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is find where I just throwed my strings. Okay, so I'm going to take this little string, and I think most of them, some people call these noodles, and you would use like an 8-inch or something, and when you buy them already cut. And so I got my noodle underneath there, and so I'm going to, and I have learned that you pull the first noodle all the way up so that it's not a loop. You pull it all the way up, and then that way you don't have the little stragglers laying below, hanging below. But I have stragglers because it's just the way I work. But I'm learning more now about getting my loops up smooth and not all twisted, because all of my loops were being twisted at first. Now I've learned from listening to a few other hookers is that sometimes you want them to come up in a little twist. Wait a minute here. I'm now having a little there. Now see this piece that I'm pulling up? Each of those two loops were kind of brighter than this one. And so that's what happens when you have, when you're using like a hand-dyed wool, or if you're using maybe something that is, it's too far over, is like in a plaid or something. Wait a minute, I'm not being able to see. Okay, here. I had to move my eyes over. And so, oh, that's where I'm having a little bit of a problem too, is when I pull up a loop, I sometimes pull out the loop just before. So that's what I have to practice on, is not to pull up the loop that I just put in. And so, why am I doing it like that? Okay, here we go. And that one just twisted. Sometimes my loops just twist. But okay, having a short little piece. Okay, and so then now I have those two little pieces that are just ends, and then you just cut those off to the same height as the loops are. So I used up that whole piece. So now I want to take this piece that is not the dyed one, and I'm going to go in there and pull up. Actually, let me see if I can. One thing I didn't do, like I think you should, is to go along the outline first and then fill in. And I didn't do that, and that might have been my problem just right here. But you can, every bit of this can be pulled out. and redone. So there, now I got those ones put up pretty good in a more even. So that's what I should have done with somebody should count how many times I say in a video. Maybe notify me. And this here little piece of wool that I cut this out of was a little heavier of a wool than this other one. So that's two different kinds of wool in there, but it gives the item more character. So there I just did the one that one chimney, and I'll do the other chimney too, and with the same colors. And then I want to go down the, let me see, I got two more little pieces here. And so I got turned my frame, and oh, good grief, Elizabeth. And I wanna oh goodness, my thumb. I have complained so much about my thumb in my lifetime, but it still works, so I guess I shouldn't complain. So when you're going down like one line like this, and also you don't go in every hole. You miss a few holes in between. And if you get too many, if you put them too close together, they call that packing. And when you're doing the packing, I guess it's a no-no. That's all I can tell you about that. It's just a no-no. And so I guess we don't like packed things. We don't like to be impacted. And so, but I am so much enjoying this. Oh, and the outside, I think, like on the reference picture that come with this, she's got like different colors of green all the way around. And I believe that's what I'm going to do, is like different shades of green. And so what I think I might do, I've got some green wool. I've got green wool, but I don't want it all to go, okay, that's a little, I run out. And so, but I'm going to go all the way down this edge with the red. Okay, I have some green wool. And what I think I'm going to do, like I've got a lighter green, this color, green, that I have. But if I take some of my spray inks and just kind of spray around it a little bit, and then maybe sprinkle it with water, I'm going to see what happens with that and see if I get more of a blended, like a dyed look. And then, but I want it dark. I want it to be dark. Because that's how that picture was, that I've already lost it since I showed it to you. I don't even know what I did with it. That quickly, I lose things. But I will, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And so that's what the whole outside will be. What did I do with that? But anyway, like a dark. And I'm not even sure of the house, what color. Where did I put that picture? Good grief, Elizabeth Marie. Telling you. I get on my own nerves sometimes. Okay, well, anyway. Did I put it under here? Oh, there it is. Okay, she's got her house, she did her door. Oh, hers isn't exactly like this, because this had more windows here. But I guess you don't have to do exactly like the image. But she did like a black in the window, so it's all dark in her house. In my house, it's going to be bright. She got the lights on. And but she's got like a tan that she did. So she did the lines first in one color, these, this, and this in one color, and then she filled it in with a lighter color. So that's kind of neat. I do believe I'll do that. And so, but you can see in her in the on the background, the greens are like different. And so, and I have seen how some people that I watch, they will kind of first outline every bit. So everything out here will get outlined first with the background color. So it's all outlined. And then maybe outline it again. But then when you get into the middles like this, then you don't use exactly the same outline. You just kind of fill it in. And then a lot of places on the fill-ins, that's when you get them going in all different directions, and it looks real pretty. Now, and I want to say too, every bit of this is wool, except one thing nice about this compared to embroidery hoops is you can get this on here to whatever area you're working on. The pears isn't wool. It's yarn. I used yarn, and it might even be wool yarn. I'm not sure, because it's a yarn that I got either donated to me or at a thrift shop, and it has no wrapper. And so, but I thought this is perfect for my pears. And so, and you can do one of these things without using wool strips. You can do this with yarns, different yarns. I watched one lady who had 2 strings of yarn together, and she did hooking with those 2 strings of yarn together, and had a variegated look in her project that she was working on. I watch a lot of different ladies. I've got my favorites that I like, but I watch a lot of different ladies to see how they do. And gentlemen, there's a lot of gentlemen that do this too. And so, like here, you can see in my tree, I did the tree first. And I sort of had, I tore the wool on this. I didn't cut it with scissors. I tore it in strips. So when you tear it, you get more of a rustic edge on it. And so these strips I tore. That was that piece that this lady sent along. And you can tear, if it's woven wool, you can tear it. If it's wool felt, you can't tear it because it's felt. You'd have to cut that, which this here has to be cut. This is not woven. This is woven, so you're able to tear this. So to tear it, I just take a little piece. I want my piece this long, so I just cut. Get me a little bit more cut. So I just cut it and then pull it to tear the strip. And then the strip comes a little bit like frayed. Not bad frayed, just enough to make it look, I think, more primitive. And so that's how this tree is. And so it's like you can look at the loops here on the primitive tree, and then you can see that they're not real smooth on the edge like the leaves are. This I cut out of wool felt. And it's not felted wool, it's wool felt. I'm trying to learn of the different felts. You can the different ways you can get wool. This here is wool felt. This is felted wool. This you can buy wool that's been woven, or you can buy like if you go to the thrift shop and you buy a woolen sweater or a woolen skirt or whatnot, and it's not made out of wool felt, it's made out of wool fabric, and you can see the weave in it, and then they take it home and they shrink it, or some people call it boiled wool, and when you do that, it shrinks and tightens all of those weaves together. So the whole thing is shrunk. And a lot of times boiled wool is what they'll call that. And so that's the difference of wool felt or felted wool, two different things. And so, but you can very well see the loops here because it's felted wool and torn. Now, you can't tear this stuff. It won't tear because it has no grain in it. But anyhow, I like how this tree turned out. I like how it feels. And I think and because this is really my first, that one piece of fabric that I showed you here a while back, I tore every bit out of that one. I still have, like, this is the fabric it was in. It was all in different shapes because I had practiced so much on it. Well, then I tore everything out of there. I pulled all that wool and all that threads and everything back out of that because now I can use this again. If I want to, I could go just bring that and just swish it out in warm water, or you just brush it because it doesn't tear up the you can still see the holes where I had, but you can just kind of rub along there and erase those holes basically. So I can use that because I figured I want to use that on something better. But anyhow, I think that's about all I have for you right now. That's all I have for you right now. I got so many things. I just am one who just works on so many projects at one time, and then this is just one of them. And so I think I want to finish my little lady here. I got to finish her so I can put her in my book. So she's just sitting there waiting for me to do something with her. And then that Shirley sent me. Oh my word, I'm just really excited to work on this. And this is the where this is rug hooking using wool. This is using wool, but it's more of a applique, woolen applique. And so, but I love birdhouses anyway. These are the cutest little birds. And so this is going to be so much fun to work with. And I thank you to Shirley and to Shirley's mama, because she said her and her mama watches every bit of my videos. And she said some very nice things in the little note that she sent me. And so, yeah. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you so much, Shirley and Mama. Yeah, somebody else told me her and her mom. I hope it was Shirley that said it was her and her mom. I'd hate to be talking out of school. But anyway, that's it. That's what I want to tell you. Oh, let me see. We're going to go ahead and read something today, just because I need to read something. And I'm going to go from the Tree of Life from the Salesian collection, and I'm going to go toward the end of the book because, How to Be an Angel. Where did I just see that? How to Be an Angel. Here you go. How to Be an Angel. Do you want to be an angel? Let me tell you how to start. Plant a tiny mustard seed of flowers in your heart. They'll grow in great proportions to the planting that you sow. Water them with kindness and all the faith you know. Then put your trust in God above to show how much you care. He'll send you untold blessings and all your burdens share. And that was written by Catherine Weisenhofer. That is beautiful. That's another thing I want to do with wool hooking, is I want to have quotes or phrases or maybe even a whole poem and put it. What I would do is I would just write it all in just strips like this, and you write it all out, and then you just go around the whole thing with the outline. And I think that would be pretty. One of the things my mama did is she crocheted. She crocheted a lot, but she crocheted mostly with crochet cotton, like you would do doilies and those kind of things. And she did for our church, and who knows, it might still be hanging down there at Our Lady Queen of Peace Catholic Church, I don't know. But she did things like she would crochet out the entire Lord's Prayer, or the entire, now I can't think of the name of that other prayer. I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, that one. The whole thing, she would crochet that whole thing. It would be huge. And then she would put it on a piece of felt backing and make a hanger out of it. And I know one of them, I don't know if it was the Lord's Prayer or the I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and Jesus Christ, that one. It might have been that one that hung in the sanctuary of the church for years. I know it did. It may still be there. I don't know. Moths may have got it by now. But she would do, and they were beautiful. They were just beautiful. That she would, and that was a lot of crocheting to get all those words put in there just perfectly. But I would like to do something like that in rug hooking. Of course, I couldn't put anything that big unless I made it as big as a king-size quilt. But I'm telling you that I'm having so much fun with wool. All the different things I can do with wool, and it's just amazing. Excuse me. It amazes me how much I am enjoying, because I've done so many, and I still do so many different crafts. I love doing crafts. I just love constantly being busy with my hands to create things. And I love to see it when others are also creating things. And it doesn't matter what you're creating. I want to watch you do it. I want to hear about what you're doing. I want to see you. I've done a lot of paper crafting. I've done, like these things back here is diamond art. I've done that kind of thing. These are like little tassels I've made. I've made a lot of things. But yeah, and there's Papa. I didn't make Papa. God made Papa. He did a good job too making Papa. What you up to, Papa?
About 5'8", 5'9".
Look at Papa. Now, Papa, turn around so we can see your hair behind. Check out that. Now, I got to brush it for him again. Looks like he put his ponytail up a little high. I got to fix it for him. But, okay, now turn sideways. See that hair? Look at that ponytail. Me and him both has our ponytails. We're the ponytail group here. The ponytail duo. Wait a minute. Here, hang on a second. Where'd I put my brush? Just a second. Wait a minute. I gotta fix your hair. Just a minute. Hang on just a minute. I gotta fix your hair. Hang on. I gotta just stand up here. I can fix Papa's hair. Just a minute. Hang on. Just keep. Okay. It really takes a lot to get me out. I need a forklift chair. Okay. Okay. Here. Wait. Whoops. Here we go. Okay. Now. Just a minute now. I'm gonna show you. This is. Oh, it does not hurt that bad. Come on, quit whining. Okay, now. I love his hair. Okay, hang on a minute.
Why don't you cut it all off? and
I'm
put it in
cutting it
your pocket?
off because it's beautiful like this.
Oh my God.
What? Oh my God, that should feel good.
Well, it does until it gets hung up in there.
Oh, it's because you're a little tender-hearted and tender-headed. Just a minute. Okay, hang on. I gotta go on this side. See, now if you were brushing my hair, I swear I'd be just moaning and groaning in how beautiful it felt. I love for you to brush my hair. Okay, just a minute. Hang on, you guys. We're almost done here with the beauty shop. The beauty shop session of this show. And so if you guys stayed till the end of this video, then you guys is amazing. Now, Papa, look at this curl right there at the end. What do you think? He's got naturally curly hair. That's Papa. All right, now.
Can I go now?
You can go now, yeah.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome, darling. I just love it. I think his hair looks awesome. He keeps saying, you need to give me a haircut. You need to give me a fuzzo. He always wants a fuzzo. And I just kept saying, no, I want to see what it looks like when it grows longer. And I love it. I said, I want it to grow long enough so I can make a big old long braid in it like in Willie Nelson. I think it's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to let you go now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love you, darling.
I love you too.
Okay. So, and you all folks, may God watch over you every step you take, every move you make. Keep you safe and happy and secure and healthy and humble. And no matter what, no matter how hard life gets, stay another day. And I'll see you on the next video. God bless. And God help me find my mouse. Oh, there it is. Oh. And y'all pray about my phone. It's been lost for 2 days. I think somebody threw it away. But anyway, God bless.